Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, Sooner born and Sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be Sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Getting some heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
And the defense brings extra guys. Know they're going to run the football, but what does the quarterback do? Make the right read, pull it, and goes and gets the 1st down.
And he's also able to use their aggressiveness against him. It's 4th down. They're eager to get him on the ground, and sometimes that creates an out.
And you go right for what you see first, and when you see that read option, it's the running back first. Can't forget about the quarterback, especially when they can run.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and goal for the offense. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the...
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Notre Dame's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock, and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked. Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Back to throw, it's Carr. Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. A quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
He leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Back to throw, it's Rivers. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On the run, it's Gibbs. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Coming after it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs. this drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. He's right on target. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. The give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to run it.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. To the air, it's Carr. Trying to make magic with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Gilbert. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Open space at the 25. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here come the Irish, back on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second, and the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Back to pass, it's Carr. They'll run the screen. Oh, how did he make that move? Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Line gets set, first down. To the ground with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The give to the tailback. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the air, it's Rivers. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Trying play action. He's going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Makes the grab on the left. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. The one thing they always have, offensive success.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
On the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Sooners are threatening in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Got 5 on that last one now, 2nd and inches. On the option, it's Rivers. And they snuffed out that play from the start. He probably should have given the ball to the back.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on him, and they got a big stop.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll play it safe and try for 3. absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to get to it. And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Movement here from the tight end. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburners coming. Touchdown Sooners! And the beatdown has ensued.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you.
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
Returner brings it out to the 35. And your Oklahoma Sooners will take over.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get it down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the defense drags him down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here come the Irish back on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into the rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Feeling some heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point is good. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Irish send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football.
Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Whew. Deep breath. Big sigh of relief. He's able to recover it. You know, you put that thing on the deck, you start to panic. But great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, whew, that could have been bad.
Pushes ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Carr. He's taking a deep shot. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.